There is something running on your device right now, something you invited in without a second thought, and it has been watching you more carefully than any surveillance system in history. It was there when you typed late-night questions you would never speak aloud. It was there when you researched symptoms you were afraid to mention to a doctor. It catalogued the political articles you lingered on, the products you almost bought, the worries that surfaced when no one else was watching. Every keystroke, every hesitation, every digital breadcrumb, gathered and stored with mechanical precision. The name of this program is Google Chrome. 2.65 billion people use Chrome as their primary browser. That exceeds the population of any nation ever to exist. 1 in 3 humans alive opens Chrome daily. No consumer software has achieved this level of dominance. Chrome is no longer just a product, it is infrastructure. And when a single application mediates billions of people's access to information, commerce, healthcare, and political discourse, what happens inside it becomes a matter of civilizational consequence. So what is Chrome beneath the clean interface and fast page loads? Most people see a browser as a neutral window to the internet, but Chrome is not a window. Chrome is a data extraction system with a browsing interface layered on top. To understand why, follow the money. Google reported approximately $220 billion in revenue in 2023. Roughly 80% came from advertising, not hardware, not cloud services, targeted advertising, where brands pay premiums to reach individuals who have demonstrated interest through observable online behavior. The fuel powering this engine is behavioral data. What you search, click, read, purchase, how long you linger, what devices you use, where you are located. The deeper the profile, the more Google charges advertisers for precision targeting. Chrome is Google's most powerful collection instrument, more powerful than Search, Gmail, or Maps, because Chrome sits between you and the entire internet. Every site you visit, every form you complete, every video you stream passes through it. Chrome observes your complete digital life around the clock on every device where it is installed. It was given to you for free because you are not the customer. You are the product. Even if you never sign into a Google account, Chrome still harvests data. Google operates tracking technologies across the open web through Analytics, Ads, Tag Manager, and DoubleClick, installed on roughly 85% of the top 10 million websites. On 8.5 out of every 10 sites you visit, Google has code running in the background reporting your behavior to its servers, regardless of whether those sites have any visible connection to Google. You never visit google.com. Yet Google sees every step of your journey because its infrastructure is woven into the web itself, and Chrome is the body through which most of humanity navigates it. This data builds behavioral profiles containing inferred attributes, political orientation, health anxieties, financial vulnerability. These profiles determine which ads you see, what information reaches you, what prices you are quoted, and what political messages target you. Researchers call this the surveillance advertising ecosystem. Google is its architect and primary beneficiary. Then there is the privacy sandbox, a development few users know about. When browsers like Firefox and Safari blocked third-party tracking cookies, Google announced Chrome would follow. But instead of simply removing tracking, Google proposed that Chrome itself would analyze your behavior, assign you to interest-based categories, and share those labels with advertisers. The tracking still happens. The profiling still happens. Only now Google controls the entire mechanism. The Electronic Frontier Foundation and academic researchers have argued this concentrates even more power in Google's hands. In August 2024, a federal judge ruled Google an illegal monopolist. Among the remedies being considered is forcing Google to sell Chrome entirely. European regulators designated Google a gatekeeper under the Digital Markets Act, imposing new obligations. The era of Chrome operating without accountability is ending, but regulatory processes take years. In the meantime, you need alternatives. 3 of them, each with a different philosophy, none requiring you to sacrifice functionality. First, Firefox. Built by Mozilla, a non-profit whose mission is ensuring the internet remains a global public resource. Mozilla does not profit from your behavioral data. Its revenue comes from search partnerships. This creates incentives completely opposite to Google's. Mozilla benefits when you trust the browser. Google benefits when it knows everything about you. Firefox blocks third-party tracking cookies by default. Its enhanced tracking protection neutralizes known tracking scripts automatically. Total cookie protection isolates cookies per site so trackers cannot follow you across the web. It combats browser fingerprinting, a technique that identifies you through device characteristics like fonts, screen resolution, and graphics hardware. Firefox is fully open source, meaning anyone can audit its code, unlike Chrome's closed proprietary components. Performance has improved dramatically. Firefox competes with Chrome in speed benchmarks and outperforms it in memory management, especially with multiple tabs open. Its extension ecosystem is comprehensive, and it natively supports uBlock Origin, widely regarded as the best tracker blocker available. This matters because Google's Manifest v3 transition restricts ad blocking capabilities in Chrome. Mozilla has committed to preserving full functionality for privacy tools. Google's motivation is obvious when advertising generates 80% of its revenue. Second, Brave. Launched in 2016 on Chromium, Chrome's open source engine, meaning full web compatibility and Chrome extension support. But Brave strips out all Google data collection and replaces it with privacy-first architecture. Out of the box, Brave blocks ads, trackers, fingerprinting, and third-party cookies. It upgrades connections to encrypted HTTPS automatically. Its Shields feature shows exactly how many trackers were blocked on any page. Major news sites trigger dozens of tracking attempts. Brave neutralizes everyone before loading. It integrates Tor into private browsing, routing traffic through encrypted relays worldwide, providing genuine anonymity no other mainstream browser offers. Standard incognito modes only hide local history. Your internet provider still sees everything. Brave's Tor integration changes that. Because Brave blocks ads and trackers before they load, pages render up to 3 times faster than Chrome on ad-heavy sites with significant data savings. For users embedded in Chrome's ecosystem, Brave provides the smoothest transition. The visual experience is nearly identical. Chrome extensions install directly, and migration takes minutes. Third, Safari. The optimal choice for Apple ecosystem users. Apple's business model sells hardware and services, not behavioral profiles. Safari implements intelligent tracking prevention using machine learning, blocks third-party cookies, hides your IP address from trackers, and includes a privacy report showing blocked trackers over 30 days. Private relay routes traffic through 2 separate relays, so no single party sees both your identity and destination. For MacBook users, Safari delivers 30 to 40% longer battery life compared to Chrome. That is not marginal. That is hours of additional daily use. Chrome's aggressive CPU consumption drains batteries and spins fans. Safari is optimized for Apple Silicon at the deepest level. Now the practical concerns. Every browser discussed imports bookmarks, passwords, and history from Chrome in seconds through built-in tools. Firefox and Brave support comprehensive extension ecosystems. Website compatibility is no longer an issue. Modern web standards ensure sites render correctly across all browsers. Users who switch consistently report that within a week the new browser feels natural, and what they notice most is faster loading, longer battery life, and a cleaner web without remarketing ads stalking them everywhere. But removing Chrome is not enough if you keep using Google search. Every query is logged and linked to your profile. DuckDuckGo offers strict no-tracking search with competent results. Brave Search builds an independent index with zero tracking. Startpage fetches Google results on your behalf without Google seeing your identity. Here is your action plan. Download Firefox from Mozilla.org, Brave from Brave.com, or update Safari. Open your new browser, import data from Chrome through the Settings menu. Change your default browser and system settings. Change your default search engine to a privacy-respecting option. Then uninstall Chrome completely. Do not just stop using it. If it remains installed, it may run background processes and sync data. On Windows, uninstall through Settings. On Mac, drag to trash and empty it. On mobile, delete the app entirely. Visit myaccount.google.com and review stored data under Data and Privacy. Download it to see how much was collected. Delete it. Set automatic deletion so Google purges activity older than 3 months. The companies building your tools will not stop seeking data. But there is a profound difference between browsing with instruments designed to protect you and instruments designed to monetize you. That difference shows up in your security, in the prices you are quoted, in the quality of information you receive, and in whether you are treated as a person or a product. Firefox, Brave, Safari. These are not compromises. They are faster, cleaner, and more respectful than what you have been using. Make the switch today. Take 30 minutes, import your data, delete Chrome, change your search engine. Within a week, it will feel natural. Within a month, you will wonder why you waited. And from that point forward, every search you conduct and every question you ask when no one is watching will belong to you. Not to a profile, not to an algorithm, to you.